Hey everyone. This video is how to address how to get started with the procurement process. Number one, the first thing to do, you come to purchases. Then under maintenance, we'll first define the parameters of how we want our purchase process to behave. Number one, our numbering, uh, requisition prefix. You can set it the way you want it to appear. So for quality and inspection documents, you set it. For service documents, you set it. Then approval, do you want requisition approval? This is what we set it to in order for not to create unnecessary bottleneck. So we set this to only requisition approval, RFK, no need for approval, purchase order, no need for approval, um, invoice approval, no need, supplier service order, no need to, because the approval that is done at the point of requisition is what will still flow to any of this process. So there is no need to create unnecessary bottleneck. Then for quality control, we have good inspection, require good inspection. Uh, how many officers? This, of course, inspection is very compulsory. How many officers do we have here? Two. For the number can be increased. Then allow partial delivery. Yes, in case if the supply is not bringing everything at the same time. Auto assign inspection officers to every inspection. Require all officers must complete inspection before approval. Require officer signature. And quality rating. Require quality rating during inspection. Then inspection officer assignment. So we deliberately make this so that we can assign inspection officers. Compulsory, we have quality control officer compulsory. You check from the list. When I remember the name of Dr. Folashade. So you assign her. Then for audits, internal audit officers, very compulsory. You assign more than one person. You assign more than one person. Any one of them first that did the inspection. Then in the future, we make the application so flexible. In the future, if you want to add any other officers to it, it is easier for you. So, but these two are compulsory, they are mandatory. They will always provide oversight and ensure compliance with procurement policy. So, then we have inspection list. We have made the inspection list also so flexible. These are the defaults that you give us. We have made it so flexible that you can add section. If we have document verification, very cool. So you can add section in case you come up with section in the future, and you can add the checklist to the listing to the section accordingly. Then when you're creating, you specify whether it is checkbox, text, or number. So whichever format that you want the inspection to carry out. So you can add, you can make it more, you can reduce, you can uh, delete the section, you can delete any of the checklist, you can add another one. So that is uh, uh, what we have done to make that flexible. Then you go to inventory. So warehouse stock, configure warehouse stock and management for good receipt. Require warehouse selection for GRN, yes. So the storekeeper will be able to, or the store manager will be able to select the warehouse where he wants to the goods to be received. You start stock on PO set to no batch expiring. So track number, batch number on receipt, track expiring date on receipt, so that within the system we can be able to know the product that are expiring. GRN processing auto receive GRN to inventory on approval. Require GRN approval before posting to inventory. So there's no need to set this to yes, because the rule is that the inspection must be carried out first. This is going to be done by two people. So setting approval for GRN process again will be unnecessary bottleneck. So this is the setting we are leaving for you. But this setting depends on organization policy. Anytime you want to change it, you can come here, just come and change the rule. So matching invoice, three-way matching. Uh, um, okay, let me set that to 5. Payment term by default, this is it. Invoice control, require PO reference for PO, require GR reference for PO, auto match invoice. So these are compulsory. Then we have the tax setting. So your product are not taxable. Notification, requisition submitted. All this email will be sent to these people. Once we activate the email part, requisition submitted to send uh, notification to approver to all approving officers. PO approved, send email when purchase order is approved to supplier, to preferred supplier. GR received when goods are received. When the supplier's goods are received, the system can send email to the supplier informing them that their goods have been received with the details of the receipt. So when their invoice is approved, the invoice can be emailed uh, to the supplier too. So this is where you list up email. So these are all these email are what we implement for proper communication later on. Send PO to supplier, send RFQ to supplier, inspection notification, send inspection notification on assignment, notify inspection completion, and all of that. Approval or rejection notification. So these are all the settings that we have here. Then we have a RFK setting. So request for quotation validity days, default quotation validity. Set that RFK workflow. Skip RFK for skip RFQ for approved requisition. So let's set this in order not to create unnecessary bottleneck. But because what the RFQ will do once it is created is that it will automatically send notification to supplier for supplier to respond to it. But let us keep that. So quotation requirement, configure quotation collection requirements. So quotation requirements that is directly to when the manual quotation comes, the person in charge of procurement can be able to fill it and go ahead with the process. So require minimum quotation. If you want that at least minimum quotation must be 3, you set this to yes. If you set it to no. So you have a budget control. If you have budget, the budget can check whatever you want to buy and check with the budget provision. So if we enable the budget control, since we don't have budget now, let's just leave it at that. But it can be enabled so that you can track. It will warn you, but allow. This one will not warn. It will not check. But this one will warn, but still allow you to process. Go ahead with the process if what you want to do is exceed the budget or your budget has been overshot. So this option will block and prevent over budgeting. So whatever you want to procure, the system will not allow you to do once your budget has been recorded, has been overshot. Then you can also require a budget approval. So if all these rules are set, if you set this to budget approval, prevent over budget approval, then you can set this to approval. So that means you need approval if the budget is overshot. So these are the settings. Then suppliers management. So you can do suppliers onboarding, require suppliers approval when you are onboarding them if you want. Evaluation, enable supplier evaluation, evaluation frequency. You can, if you want. Suppliers restriction and allow unknown supplier. So any supplier you blacklist, the system will not allow that supplier to display anytime you want to give anything to the suppliers. Then you have the general setup, the currency, fiscal year date, purchase order, auto close, um, then auto close PO, auto close threshold, close PO when the percentage of item received is 100% or is a certain percentage, pricing control, allow price override, That means when the invoice get to account, do you want to allow, if the price change from what is on the PO, do you want to allow the override? If no, you leave it. Require approval for override. If you want to allow override, then you also want to uh, uh, we want it to be approved before it can be posted. So you set this to yes. So compare to last purchase price so that you know how much you buy the last time and what you are buying currently. Require prepayments is, are you making payments in advance for some of these things and the rest of it. So these are the general setup that we have on this, and once this setup is done, you save it.